been a long time since you sat down for one of these.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is playing the most calculated chess game of his entire career right now. And honestly, it might be working. But before you start clapping for the man, we need to talk about what he is really doing and why. Because this is not just some comeback tour. This is a full-blown reputation rescue mission. And the craziest part? His own mother-in-law might have exposed the whole thing before it even started. So let me take y'all back to December 2024. Because that is when everything fell apart for Jay-Z. Attorney Tony Busby, the same lawyer who had been representing a bunch of Diddy accusers, filed an amended civil lawsuit that added Jay-Z's name to a case accusing him and Diddy of assaulting a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. Now let that sit for a second. A 13-year-old at a VMA after-party with two of the most powerful men in hip-hop. Jay-Z came out swinging immediately. He called the allegations heinous. He called it a blackmail attempt. He said Tony Busby had calculated that the weight of these accusations and the public scrutiny would pressure him into settling.
It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense.
But Jay said that had the opposite effect. He said it made him want to expose Busby for the fraud he believed he was, and he wanted to do it in the most public way possible. He filed a motion to force the accuser to reveal her identity. And then 2 months later, the accuser voluntarily dropped the lawsuit. Now, case dismissed, right? Problem solved. Not even close, because the damage was already done. And the first crack in Jay-Z's armor did not come from the courtroom or the internet or the blogs. It came from inside his own family. Let me tell y'all about Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mama, Miss Tina, the woman who will go to war for her children on any social media platform at any time of day. Shortly after Jay-Z was named in that lawsuit, ABC7 Chicago posted about the allegations on Instagram, and out of all the people in the world who could have interacted with that post, it was Tina Knowles who liked it. Beyonce's own mother liked a post about her son-in-law being accused of one of the worst things you can accuse someone of. Now, Tina said she was hacked. She posted a statement saying she does not play about her family, and that if people see something uncharacteristic of her, they should know it is not her. She wrote, "No weapon formed against my family shall prosper." And look, I hear her. But here is where it gets interesting. On top of that, people also noticed that Tina had unfollowed Jay-Z on Instagram around the same time. And that is a move that does not happen by accident. You do not accidentally unfollow your son-in-law. That is intentional. That is personal. Tina later went on the Run Through with Vogue podcast and tried to explain it away. She said she has accidentally liked negative posts about her own children before because she scrolls fast and does not always read what she is tapping on. She even said Jay-Z told her she needs to take a beat and read posts before liking them. And while that is a fair point for a 70-year-old woman navigating Instagram, the unfollowing part, nobody addressed that, and people noticed. Now here is where Jay-Z's reputation really started taking hits from multiple directions. It was not just the Busby lawsuit. There were also the Epstein files. When those documents dropped, Jay-Z's name appeared in connection to Jeffrey Epstein. And then there was the Harvey Weinstein situation. An anonymous FBI tip from July 2019 described a woman claiming she was abducted in 1996 and woke up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. The tip described her being moved to multiple locations. Now these are tips, not charges. These are claims, not convictions. But when you are already dealing with the Diddy lawsuit and your mother-in-law is out here liking accusation posts and unfollowing you, the optics are devastating. And
2020, y'all. And it's different than
And let us not forget the elephant in the room. Jay-Z and Diddy have been photographed together more times than either of them would probably like to remember right now. There are images of them in rooms together, at parties together, moving in the same circles for decades. And yet, in Jay-Z's entire GQ interview, he never once mentions Diddy by name. Not once. The interviewer, Fraser Tharp, never directly asks him about their relationship either. For a man who says he is done playing defense and is going on offense in 2026, that is one conversation he is clearly not ready to have. So what does Jay-Z do when his reputation is on the line? He does what Jay-Z has always done. He makes moves, strategic, calculated, perfectly timed moves. First came the GQ interview, published March 24th, 2026. This was his first major sit-down in nearly a decade, and it was not a casual conversation. This was a carefully orchestrated reintroduction. Jay-Z came in emotional.
How would you rate your 2025?
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
He said 2025 was one of the hardest years of his life. He said he was heartbroken.
Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure.
He said he felt uncontrollable anger for the first time in a long time. He said settling the lawsuit was never an option because it was not in his DNA, and he would rather die than take accountability for something he did not do. He talked about his kids. He talked about Blue Ivy learning piano and performing with Beyonce on tour. He talked about the everyday moments of fatherhood, taking his kids to school, being present. It was a masterclass in public relations. Vulnerability mixed with strength. Family man meets street code. He even brought up the old neighborhood rules. No women, no kids. He said those were morals he took from the streets that he lives and dies by. And when he said that, you could hear a little bit of the old Jay-Z, the one who grew up in Marcy Projects, the one who is trying to remind you that at his core, he has a code. But then came the billionaire defense, and that is where things got a little tone deaf. In the same interview, Jay-Z defended billionaires. He said morality is not defined by a dollar amount. He said his talent pushed against all the headwinds, and he got successful, and with that success, he has been able to help people. And on paper, sure, that sounds fine.
This weekend alone, gas prices have risen 10 cents to $1.65.9 a liter at most GTA stations.
But right now, with people struggling with gas prices,
groceries where prices will likely start to creep up,
grocery bills and rent, defending billionaires felt like it came from a man who is so far removed from regular life that he forgot what regular life looks like. Then came the concert announcements. And this is the part that really tells you everything you need to know about what Jay-Z is doing right now. He announced 2 shows at Yankee Stadium for July 10th and July 11th, 2026, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt and the 25th anniversary of The Blueprint. When tickets went on sale, over 1.6 million people were in the queue. Both shows sold out almost instantly. Bleacher seats were reselling for upwards of $12,000. He had to add a third night because the demand was so overwhelming. He also announced a headlining set at the Roots Picnic in Philadelphia, performing with the Roots for the first time in over a decade. Now, is Jay-Z one of the greatest rappers of all time? Absolutely. Does he deserve to celebrate those albums? Of course, but the timing is not a coincidence. This man has not done a solo headline tour since the 444 tour in 2017. He has been relatively quiet for years. And now, right when his name has been dragged through lawsuits and Epstein files and Diddy associations, he suddenly wants to remind everybody that he is a musical legend. That is not nostalgia. That is strategy. That is a man who understands that if he can get 1.6 million people in a ticket queue, the narrative shifts from Jay-Z was named in a lawsuit to Jay-Z is the only rapper who can sell out a stadium solo. And honestly, it is working. Go look at the comments under those ticket announcements. People who were calling him out weeks earlier are now arguing about which night to attend. The internet has the attention span of a goldfish, and Jay-Z knows that. He has always known that. This is the same man who went from boycotting the NFL over Colin Kaepernick to partnering with the NFL to produce the Super Bowl halftime show. And somehow, he made people forget they were ever mad about it. But here is the question that nobody wants to ask. What about the things that do not have answers? What about the Epstein connections? What about the Weinstein tips? What about the fact that Diddy is sitting in a cell right now? And Jay-Z has never publicly addressed their decades-long friendship. What about the fact that his own mother-in-law liked that post and unfollowed him, and the best explanation we got was, "I got hacked"? Jay-Z said in his GQ interview that 2026 is all offense. He said they played enough defense. And from the outside looking in, the offense is impressive. The concerts are selling out, the interview went viral, the narrative is shifting. But reputation management is not the same thing as the truth. And right now, Jay-Z is giving us one while being very careful to avoid the other. So what do y'all think? Is Jay-Z really innocent and just a man rebuilding after being falsely accused? Or is this the greatest PR comeback we have ever seen from someone who still has way too many unanswered questions? Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. And stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.